just crazy how like life be giving me shit. Like so, um, a little rule of thumb with dogs is like when you're aggressive and um, and you speak to them in a manner that is obviously frustrating. Dogs are energy based animals. So they understand when they're around certain people, like a dog will bark at a certain energy because it's not a good energy. Because when a good energy is around, a dog knows it doesn't have to be on guard, or a dog knows that it doesn't have to do some defense mechanism to defend itself because evil is around. So, um, when dogs trust you, you get a better experience out of your animal. And I notice a lot of times people want to be aggressive and um, violent towards their dogs when the dog is doing something that they don't like. When it's like, it looks more like you want your dogs to fear you instead of y'all working together and them being loyal to you. And if you're in a situation that you can't protect yourself, that's when they would come into play, and that dog and them would serve as protection for you when you can't do it for yourself. And I've learned in like all of my experience with dogs, like when you're talking to them in a calm and collected manner, and you disregard like the bullshit they trying to do because they know that it agitates you and frustrates you, you get a better result out of them. And it's like, um, that could work with people, but uh, people don't be honest about what they are. That same concept could be applied to people if people were honest about what they are. Um, Most people won't tell you or be honest about what they are, is why I prefer animals, because animals just be what they are. Once you learn your animal and you figure your animal out, y'all have a better relationship. But a lot of people don't care to figure out their animals. It's about control and power to them, and it's with dogs. Most I see most people with dogs because it's like dogs are loyal animals, and you treat them good, they'll treat you better. But it's like, um, too many people want their dogs to fear them instead of trust them. I'd rather gain the trust of my dog instead of have the dog fear me. I'd rather my dog know, as much as it's willing to protect me, that I'm willing to protect it, that I'm not going to let anything happen to my dog. Like, I would hope if I'm in a situation to where I couldn't protect myself, my dog will come in and show up for me. And it's like, when like I've learned, like I can literally train, I could pretty much train any dog just because of my experience with dogs and the way I handle them. Like, I handle them like they're people. I handle them like they're people, but I always want to reassure the dog, like, hey, I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you. And I say it to him. I don't let the dog get me frustrated when I'm walking it and it's pulling me. I just stop. I just stop. I don't let the dog pull me. I let it know, hey, if you want to walk, we can walk, but you're not finna drag me. You know what I'm saying? So I just stop and let it know, hey, I could stand here all day. If I don't take you for a walk, you don't get one. So it's like, um, it's a give and give relationship. And once you establish that boundary with your animal, and you reassure your dog that that is the case, you get a better experience out of your dog. I can walk any dog in 3 walks with one finger if I never met your dog before. I can, by the third time I walk your dog, I probably won't even need a leash to walk that motherfucker. Just because if I can walk it with one finger, what do you need the leash for? What do you need it for if you can walk it with a finger? So it's like, uh, I just seen this dude walking past with a dog, and I just literally got that from that. Literally, just this dude walking past with his dogs. I just got all of that from that, and life, and my experience with dogs, and watching him handle his dogs. It just told me a lot about him as a person, and it told me a lot about his dogs. Once your dogs trust you, you don't got to do all of that. You don't have to be aggressive and talk to your dogs loudly once they trust you. And a lot of people don't gain the trust of their animals. They instill fear in them. And I feel like the same thing applies to a bitch in every form of the word. A female canine and the women who choose to be the female reflection of a man, of a dog ass man. I feel like the same shit applies. Like, I don't want my bitch to fear me. I want her to trust me. I don't need her to fear me, because at the end of the day, we're a team and we work together. I'm not trying to instill fear in my bitch, but bitch, don't play with me, because at the end of the day you cross me, and this goes for a dog as well, that's it for you. Christmas canceled forever. I said what I said. Sauce Lord shit.